Hey Stacy, how are you? I hope we have no interruptions now. Jar, how are you? Robert, no interruptions, please. I can't ask anybody if they have any questions about this afternoon. Yep, the computer should be okay. If I do get booted, I'm coming back on. We're doing a lesson. We're trying to expand on the Joe Morello Master Studies. Jar, do you have the book, Master Studies? And by the way, Jar, I'm going to pick up the books tomorrow. Hopefully they're done. If they are, I can put them in the mail tomorrow. If not, it has to be Monday. Okay, Jar, you don't have it. Okay. Well, yeah, they are. They have, you have a camera on your computer, Stacy? And are you going to get any music programs? Well, you didn't get the whole Morello book. That's okay. As I work with this, I'll send you PDFs to help you out. What I'm trying to do is expand on this. You know, like I sent all those PDFs with like line 1 with the sticking and the levels. And that was a lot of work. Okay? So what we're going to do is expand on it. Now we know how to do, for example, line 1 in eighth notes, and then we're going to do it in 16ths. Maintaining the levels, that's important. Then we're going to do the fill-ins. The same thing, you know, with the fill-ins you could do on the stick control book, but we're not going to go there tonight. We're just going to do the Morello book. So with the fill-ins, every time you come to a run of rights or 2 rights or 2 lefts, it's a fill-in. You're going to fill in the blank. Okay? I don't know what Logic Pro is, but Finale is good. If you like, I could show you how to use Finale. I could take over your screen and show you once you get installed, okay? If you'd like, I'll spend a couple hours with you. It's a little tricky. And what's good with Finale is that you can do flams. That's the reason why I have it. And grace notes, like flam paradiddles, single random McHughs. With the program I have, Encore, it does everything else but that. So I had to purchase that to write some rudiments. Okay, let's wait another minute or so until Paul, hopefully Mike Lewis will come. He had what is that, a pacemaker? It's a same-day procedure. He's been having some issues, putting stents in his chest. Now he said, "What the heck with it, he did a pacemaker." Mike is a nice guy, very passionate with his drumming. And hopefully you get to meet him, Stacy. And I think you're going to meet Seth as well. Because Seth is going to come up sometime at the end of October or November, okay? Okay, we're just waiting for Paul. Okay, Robert? Yes, Seth is going to come as well. Seth is a real nice guy. I want to tell you, I've been giving Seth three Skype lessons. And plus he did the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here. What an improvement on this guy. My goodness. Well, Hoist here, we're going to wait for Hoist. Seth is not going to be able to make this evening. Hoist, he'll come on. I got an email from Hoist about he was having difficulty interpreting how the 5-stroke roll was interpreted. I sent him a PDF on it, so I hope he does come. All right, so another 2 minutes, okay? When I have some time, free time, Stacy, maybe on the weekend if you have free time, I can spend an hour or two with you. All right? I'll be on the phone and taking your screen off, taking control of your screen, back and forth, okay? All right, Joe Morello, the great. I have to get new drum heads and rearrange my set. Okay, here we go. Enough waiting. Now the sheets have numbers on them. Let's go back to number 1 and let's review that. You see you have a key up there, okay? So number 1, you should be working on it like this. Nice and slow. Exaggerating the motion. I was thinking 16ths. Okay, so now let's take it to the fill-ins, and I hope you guys understand this. Now, here's how his fill-ins work. For example, you have the first 2 notes, 1 and. That's how you're approaching it if you're doing the straight line of 8th notes. But now when you do fill-ins, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rights in a row. So we're going to put in it, we're going to make them a constant run of 16ths. But the level's going to change because we're starting here. We have 1 is down, and has to be down. Okay? Then you have 2E and 3E and then 4E and. That should come up. I'm sorry. Okay, Matt. 4E and. So you have 1E and 2E and 3. Here you go, fill-ins. 2E and 3E and 4E and. So the EN is the upstroke. Do we understand that? I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. It's for you to practice. You have the sheets. So you learn it with the fill-ins. 1 and it stays down. 2E and 3E and 4E and comes back up. Do we see that, people? Okay, so now we've taken as written into 16th notes and then with the fills. And I'd like you to interpret it in I guess you can call it a shuffle pattern or swung pattern. 1, 2, 3, all right? So we're going to take it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, do we all understand it so far? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways. Michael. How are you, Mike? Jimmy. You okay? I was telling everybody about you, to stay away from you. Just kidding, Jimmy and Michael. All right, now, I started a little early because I had some technical issues this afternoon. So I just did number one from the PDF. That's actually seven lines on that page. The first line was simple. It's what's written in the Morello book. Now you have, I'm having Michael and Jimmy catch up. You know what's written, how to play it with the sticking and the levels. Now we're just doing it in eighth note formation. You should go on forward to the 16th note formation. Same thing, but a different count. Instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, it's 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go with the PDF to line 5. And that's presented as swung or shuffle. Now you got to watch the levels here. Okay, you have 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 1, the 2. I forgot to disconnect the phone. Hoist! 5-stroke roll. Okay, so we understand number 4. We're going to stop at 5. Number 5, we're taking what we just did with the shuffle. 1, and we're substituting. All the rights are going to be the bass drum. All the lefts are going to be the snare drum. So before you enter it with the jazz pattern, what you might want to do is just try without the jazz pattern. 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. The 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. Okay, we understand that. All right, now we're going to play it against the jazz pattern. Nice and easy. Free stroke, down, a free stroke. Now we're going to play the line like we just did against the jazz pattern. Do we all understand that? Some response, please. And before I go on to the next page, I want to talk to Horst, Mr. Mante. Did you get you emailed me, you were having a difficulty with something. You have sent you a PDF. Do you understand it? If not, I'll go over it real quick. Okay, we understand it. How about you, Stacy, Mike, Horst, Jimmy? Good. Now you got to be careful with these. They're a little tricky because if you're doing them clean by themselves as written in Morello's book, okay, the levels are there. If you take them from 8th notes to 16ths, the levels are still there. But the levels are going to change when you do the fill-ins, okay? So we're going to go to number 2, all right? Okay, number 2, page 2. Now, you see, where's page 2? Come on, page 2. There you go, boogity bonga. All right, page 2. In the Morello book, and in your PDFs, you have these. You're starting this one nice and slow. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and again, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now, have we been practicing this page that I sent you with the levels? All right, now we'll go to the second formation, which is 16. Instead of counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're taking it with the 16ths. 1, E, and the. E, and the. 3, E, and the. 4, E, and the. 1. Now, what I would recommend during your practice sessions, you're going to be able to do, say, line 1 at a particular tempo. Line 2, you might drop the tempo somewhat. Take notes of where you're at and how it's flowing very, smooth. Okay? Take notes today or when you practice. And then when you practice it again, stay there and make it feel good and up the tempo somewhat. Now these are very crucial, very important when you want to play. Okay, we're on page 2. We did the 8th note. Now we do the 16ths. 1 E and a, 2 E, 3 E and a, 4 E and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay, we understand that so far. Now, you go to number 3. Okay? Number 3 is the fill-in. Remember I was saying in the beginning of the lesson, when you have a run of rights or a run of lefts, you're going to fill it in with the missing 16th note. So I'm going to do number 3 really slow. All right, you have 1 and 2 and, but notice now I'm down. 3 E and 4 E and. See that? That's the next movement. Now I'm not going to send you sheets with the levels. You should know them by now. Agreed with that? So you have 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and. Some feedback, people? Robert, you understand it. Okay, Jimmy, Hoist, Stacy, Michael, Jar. Now these are not, you have to take them slow. Each page has its own characteristic. Now we're not going to do number 4 What that is, if you remember, I kind of touched on that somewhat a while ago, where you play all the rights and lefts, the accents. Remember that? That was number one. Well, if you have any questions, any problems, again, what we're going to do is we're going to play a jazz feel to this. Now, you got to maintain the levels here. This is line 5, okay? 1, the 2, the 3. Now, that's a mistake. I'm sorry. Cross out that accent on the duh of 1 and just shift it over to the 2. That's my mistake. Well, you have to do them slow. Please change that, people. That's number 5. 1, the 2, the has to be down. It's a free. The 4, the 1, the 2. Changed it. All right, nice and slow, number 5. 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 1, the 2. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 1. You got to move that over. It's getting me confused as well. Please move it over, people. That's a typo. All right, now we're going to swing it. Line 5 swung. Well, it's actually 6. You have to maintain that. Free stroke down. The 1 and the 2 and the 3, number 6. Please give me some feedback. We understand that? I'm going to go over to another page. Page 3. Do we understand page 2? Not the whole thing, but please correct that error, please. What do you mean? The upstroke, if I'm doing, first off, you have the stick control book formulas. There's an extra accent development. 1 is a downstroke. Up, down. 2 different sounds. An accent, a non-accent to put yourself in position to hit the up and coming accent. Same thing with the left. And what's good about that one, where's the error? Okay. There is no error. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, on line 5. Okay, you have 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 1. No, there's no error. I'm sorry. My mistake. I'm getting cuckoo. I'm sorry there, Bob. Everybody understand this? Another way, Jimmy, to get that upstroke happening is to do the single paradiddle like this. you're going to look very regimented. Downstroke, upstroke, tap, tap. Now my upstroke and my taps sound the same because the position is the same. Down, that, down, up. I'm wacky tonight. Down, up, tap, tap. Down, up, tap, tap. Down, up, tap, tap. Where did I see the mistake? You got that, Jim? Now what I strive for is those in-between notes sounding all the same and me getting in position to attack the up-and-coming accent. A good exercise for that is do 2 measures of quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, then 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 16ths. Quarters. You really got to lay in there with the sound, you're controlling it. Well, it doesn't look different. That's what, if I did this, Jimmy, look. If I do the paradiddle, that's pretty slow. If you were filming that and you played it back, and let's say you had the playback, you could slow it down to almost 0. This is what you would see. You pick it up faster. That's occurring no matter where you're playing at. You're playing the accent on the first beat of the paradiddle. That's what's occurring no matter what tempo. Don't look different, man. It's the same. Who's this now? All right. There's no error. My mistake, Bob. Let's go to, did we finish number 3? No, we didn't do finish number 3. We're on page 3, number 3. Okay? What we're going to do there is we're going to fill in. We're going to maintain. See, what happens with the fill-ins, every time you have like 2 rights, 3 rights, 4 rights, vice versa, 2 lefts, 3 lefts, 4 lefts, you fill in, and if it's 2 and, it's going to be 2E and. See how that works? Now, to fill in, you're going to have to maintain yourself here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4E and 1 and the 2E, the 3E and the 4E and you're back. You see, understand the motion? I'll slow it down and explain it. Do we understand the motion? Gentlemen, ladies, people rather, that's better. We're on page 3, number 3. Do we understand that? If we don't understand it, I'll slow it down. You have to maintain that hand position. The hand position is the speed strokes. You get that in position and you play it equally and make it flow, okay? it's going to become cleaner and faster. Okay? We understand that. Now the same thing happens when we play it with a shuffle. Number 5. 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the up. See that? Michael, you understand, right? Not the paradiddle, Jim. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to work out of the workbook. We'll take an ostinato pattern. This hand technique is driving me crazy. Teaching it. It's not easy to teach, especially the Morello book. What I'm going to show you tomorrow, Michael Lewis, you have the workbook, right? Jar, you don't. I'm going to send you the PDFs for that, Jar. Mike, you have the book? The workbook? Michael Lewis, do you have the workbook? Because we're going to start there 1 p.m. tomorrow. And we're going to come back to this stuff, give you a little bit of, to do the 3 pages, the way I present them. It's going to take a little time. Michael Lewis, do you have, did I send you or mail out to you the workbook? Okay, good. I haven't decided. Once we do the lesson tomorrow afternoon, just have it. Okay. Hoist, you have it. Stacy, Robert, Jimmy has it. Okay. Now, what you don't have, Mike, is the stick control book formulas and the syncopation formulas. I'm running a little bit of a special. The 2 books and the set of PDFs that it comes with for $70. Now that's only going to be good until August 15th. After that, it goes back to its regular price. The regular price was for the book, Stick Control Formulas, $45. And for the PDFs, $25. That's 180 pages. The syncopation book, the normal price was $35 for the book. All right, and for the PDFs, it was $20. So if you want to purchase those books, Michael, go to my website under the products and you could purchase them. Now, and also, Jar and Mike, you don't remember, I don't think you were here when I told you, everybody, this. If you're going to buy any kind of drum books other than my drum books, you go to my site, go under the products. Now, there's like a Gene Krupa book, the Drummer's Bible, and a Tommy Igoe. Any one of those 3, you hit on that, it takes you to Hudson Music. Okay? Hudson Music, you can purchase whatever you want from Hudson Music. How's that sound, guys? So tomorrow we're going to probably work on a whole lot of different ostinato patterns. Okay? Got it, guys? No interference with the computer. How about that? Come on, left hand, you're freezing up on me. Okay, guys. Any questions? It was a pretty good lesson tonight. I'm sorry about this afternoon. Maybe one of these days I'll give an extra lesson here and there, okay? Jard, Michael, Robert, Stacy, Jimmy, Hoist. Because of this afternoon, I think I'll give another lesson sometime in the future. Right now, man, it's like hectic. Okay? Any questions before I sign off? Everybody have a good rest of the night. Now, Hoist, I really wanted to help you with the 5-stroke roll. It's written one way, and I wrote, that's the shorthand. If I wrote it out longhand for you as well, so you could see how to count that. Make sure when you're playing that, you're counting 16ths. You're going to play what's there. 1, E, and the. 2, E, and the. Okay? I am so sorry about this afternoon. I just don't want it to happen no more. You're welcome, Mike. You're welcome, Jard. And Robert, and Jim, Stacy, and Hoist. Hoist, do you understand that? The 5-stroke roll, the way I sent it to you? Because when we do the drum pad lesson, we'll start doing some rudimental. I'm still not complete with that rudimental book that I said I'm going to send everybody for you paying postage like a $5 handle. I think that's pretty nice of me. I got some guys live in California, some guys live in Washington, D.C., Minnesota, Wisconsin, Virginia, Alabama. Ha! Okay, guys, time for me to leave.